Greetings, this is Chris and welcome back to Fallout 4 Evil Genius, where we are in Far Harbor. Specifically, we are on top of the hill in the middle of the map at Arcadia, where we've been chatting to the synths and they have been keeping secrets from us. Although we have a few missions to help them out, it is in fact the case that the main weird synth guy, Dima, has managed to lose his memories, by which I mean he's offloaded them onto some hardware somewhere, left them, and then accidentally given that territory to the Children of Atom, who are a slightly mental cult who enjoy worshipping radiation. Yes, they think that radiation is the gift from God and everything is wonderful about it. Goodness knows how they survive in it. But anyway, he has kept this information from us, and we were only put onto this fact because we actually found the person we came looking for. Kasumi, the engineering daughter of the fisherman we went to meet, has joined the cult on the basis that she thinks that she's a synth. Sorry, I don't mean the cult. She's joined the synth group here on the basis that she believes she is a synth. I'm not sure if that's true just yet, but maybe we'll get some more information that will give us an idea as the game goes on. The fog is intermittent. It comes and goes, and I think it peaks at around +3 rad, so you don't actually need to take Rad-X or anything as you're walking along. Plus, Rad-X doesn't last very long anyway, so I think I'm probably better off taking Rad away when I end up with too many Rads. Yeah, it's just not too bad. There's also lots of places where there's just no radiation at all, so for instance just here there's no radiation. It's a nice place to stop. Let's have a quick check where we are. We're nearly at the campground, so this is good. I'm going to be a little bit careful. As I understand it, there are supposed to be ghouls around here, and I don't want to get into too much trouble, so we're just going to sneak up on them very slowly, see if there's anything on VATS. We'll avoid the fog where we can, doesn't hurt. It's more in this direction. Ah, okay, that building must be part of it. Also worth noting how much those brackets are shuffling. Aha. Okay, that was a terrible miss. I think they're probably onto me now. But if I shoot them in the legs, and if they get stuck behind trees, we should be okay. The extra music they made for this DLC is rather good. Truly oh! Look! Very atmospheric. Yeah, alright. Okay, fine. If you insist, I'll use VATS properly. Any more? No more. Duct tape. That one's definitely dead. Still brackets shuffling. I got quite injured there as well, actually. I think it's time for a Radaway. And some generic meat. What have I got? Some delicious dog meat. Not like the dog. The nice dog. I mean meat from a dog, not dog meat. Okay, the nucleus can wait. We're going to head back to Far Harbor the long way round, just because I'm curious. This is fun. A nice new place to explore, and I've never seen around it. What is this place? Is this like a town? Was this a town? Or just some sort of outbuilding? Like a... Oh, is this the hotel? Ay. Yeah, you can die. Or... Oh god. Tons of them. Please hit. Hey, where did you come from? Damn you. Oh, I can't believe you missed. Oh god, and he's a Reaver. That's it. Is the Reaver dead? Oh, that was a good throw. Thank God. Slightly injured myself, but I think it was worth it. I should remember to switch to the shotgun when I'm in close quarters like that. Where did the legendary go? Here we go. Cloaking metal right leg. Being hit in melee generates a stealth field once per 60 seconds. Is that useful? I don't know. If you're in melee with someone and there's a stealth field, is that going to do anything? I don't know. I've got no idea. Let's take a look at this terminal. Cliff's Edge Hotel. Visitor check-in. System error. Premier visitor? Okay. So, oh, hang on. Check into a suite will be done after entering the vault. Passwords are not required to contact the receptionist Maxwell. Okay. There's a vault here then. Local attractions. Acadia National Park. Acadia Observatory, which is of course the place we've already visited. A day spa. These are going on my map, which is nice. And the Vim Factory. The official state soda. Brilliant. Well, may soon be named the official state soda. I like the idea that in the future, all American states have a state soda. Are there enough sodas to go around, or would they end up repeating themselves? Lovely sort of balcony. A locked bathroom, is this? I wonder... Oh, great. There's a ghoul... Oh, God, it's a legendary. Ah, feck. No, don't do that, actually. Shoot him in the leg. Oh, God, I'm in the wrong place. Yikes. One more shot in the leg. Right, you've got no limbs. What are you going to do? You're still going to dodge. Good dodge, man. Punishing leather chest piece. Reflects 10% of melee damage back on attacker. That's actually not too bad, given the number of times I end up in melee and don't want to be. But it's probably not enough to kill anyone. It sort of depends a bit. I wonder how that's calculated. I might have to look it up, because if it's the 10% of the raw damage they do before you apply your armor, then they may end up doing a lot of damage to themselves, whilst your armor absorbs most of what they deal out. If it's the amount of damage after armor, then, well, it's a bit pathetic, really, because it's... I mean, you want to be protected by armor more than anything else. God damn it! Just wake up before I get there. You're creeping me out. Ah! Damn you. Damn you ghouls. Okay. Right, that's got to be... What trap did I set off? Oh my god. A bear trap. Okay, so someone's really trapped this place out, and I'm being stupid. It's a dead trapper, right? No, it's a possible ghoul. Yeah, for some reason they're not waking up. This is really creepy. Crouch. Jesus Christ. I should have snuck back a bit to get the sneak attack in, I guess, but never mind. Or I should have used my laser musket, of course. We're just back where we started, aren't we? We're on the ground floor. Okay, well, I guess the way into the vault must be outside? Damn it, I really thought that was like a proper dungeon, but that was a whole complete waste of my time. Although the door appears to be broken. Let's go to the control panel thing over here. Well, no, this isn't the control panel. This is weird. I'm just gonna pop back to the basement in case there was something there that I really obviously missed. Because it seems like there should be a way in. All I saw, though, was a large drop out the window. Okay. But there's no more doors I can go through. Ah, okay, there's this lift. Aha! Are we going up or down? Inherent feeling of sneaking. Paranoid. Oh, I like that lift music. This is the vault entrance. This looks like it was made for rich people. 118. 118. You're a stupid advertisement in the UK. Okay, let's open her up. Gotta get your money out of that animation.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118. Your home away from home. Underground.
This is the receptionist.
Are you the detective we sent for?
What? What? They said what? Yes?
Yes, I'm the detective.
Thank goodness. Let me just open the door for you.
I'm confused. I thought what? This must be a coincidence. This is weird. Weird coincidence. Okay. No gun out, so I hope he's friendly.
Police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents and they are very worried.
Uh-huh. What happened?
What happened? Who died?
It's Mr. Parker, the primary owner and financier for the hotel. This is just a disaster.
Do you want to tell me a bit more about that?
Crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings. They're at the crime scene again. Don't they realize that they're going to disturb the evidence? You'd better come with me, detective.
Okay, Maxwell. I'll follow you. Who's this? Concierge. Oh, well, you've kept this place very clean. This is lovely.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a crime scene.
Do you not see the glorious defeat?
Artistry. What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me?
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing worse
Please,
than
if I may.
That's
If
what
I
this
could
is to
just
you?
have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective is around and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
You know everyone's a robo-brain, right? Okay, the crime scene. Well, he's a robot with a tie. And there's some blood from his brain case. That does appear to be broken. So I'd say he died of low batteries?
Have a look at the crime scene for clues. When you're ready, we can discuss your findings.
Okay, so I'm clearly supposed to find
The residents,
some specific
their safety is
clues.
our priority. So unless you have solid evidence,
Oh.
avoid accusations.
I just noticed he's been dragged across the floor here.
Yes.
It's a special baseball bat.
A baseball bat? Huh. What's this doing here?
Well, it's the murder weapon, I'm going to assume. You want to talk about that?
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
Yeah, I found the murder weapon.
Found the murder weapon.
Oh, no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Please tell me more about these residents.
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Isn't there a history of robo-brains going insane? Tell me who the victim was. You said he was the proprietor of the hotel.
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
Well, you could give me some idea of where to start, yes. Maybe you could tell me who the residents are.
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him.
Thanks for
Once
that,
you have
robot.
enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
No, that's it, thanks.
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
I think it's highly ironic that I'm currently wearing the Mechanist's helmet in a robot murder investigation case. Oh, we can examine the brain containment now.
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Yeah, I already said that. The blood?
Is this blood?
Now, it's possible there's blood coming from the brain enclosure, but I got the impression that this looks like a lot more blood than you'd expect. Oh, it's not blood.
Red paint?
Yeah, someone's painted... What? Someone's put red paint all over the floor to make it look like this robot was murdered. And I don't understand why. Okay, let's examine some of the residents.
Protect and serve.
Do you have anything to say?
Protect and
No,
serve.
you don't. Okay, this is the kitchen, yes. Concierges don't have anything interesting to say either. The Overseer. Well, it's a vault, so it's a good place to start if something's gone bloody crazy. Oh, master locked. That's problematic. Hydroponics. Okay, you also have nothing interesting to say, but you're growing food. That's impressive. Good job. Where else can we go? Nowhere else here. You're just another concierge. So far I've seen more concierges than residents. This is probably someone's house. Or not. Maybe it's a museum. Ooh. A flight helmet. And a exhaust pipe. And some swords.
Stupid. I saw the way he
Ooh.
looked at you. You're gonna tell me that's nothing?
It wasn't like that. We were friends. He helped me out of a tight spot or two is all.
I couldn't stand by like some pasty-faced Percy while he put the moves on my best girl.
But now the law is on our tail. What are we going to do?
Come away with me. Let's leave this dark hole of a city behind. We can be in Buenos Aires by tomorrow.
Oh, I want to believe you, I do, but never let us go.
Then we'll make our stand here. I've got a gun for each of us.
No. The line is, then we'll make our stand
What?
here. Two lovers together with a bullet for each of them.
God, why can't I ever get that line? Forget it. I can't do this right now.
Fine. I'm going to the beach.
There are many confusing things about that conversation. I thought they might be discussing the murder, but then I thought, ooh, a pirate hat that I'm allowed to take? What does that do? +1 charisma, yay! That was confusing because I thought to myself, oh, they're acting out a murder scene, and it'll turn out that this whole thing is just a bunch of robots who went crazy when they're supposed to be actually performing a play or something. That was my first thought as soon as I heard that. But then it turns out they are practicing for a play, obviously, but not in the way I thought. And additionally, there's a beach. Ah, key.
There we go.
That should be useful. This overseer's room looks like it was decked out for a real person. Interesting. Okay, I don't understand what that room was really. Let's go and talk to... Ah, this is... Wasn't someone talking about a TV show, a film, or... Yeah, he said the baseball bat was a prop from the film.
Hello,
Who
Detective.
are you?
How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Yes, I did. What are your thoughts on the case? Let's be detective-like about this.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
I see. Well, I found your
I
baseball
found
bat.
your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
And your conversation with Gilda I just overheard?
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk again later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Well, I've got circumstantial evidence for him, since it was his baseball bat. There's a motive, I guess, if Gilda, the whole Gilda conversation turns out to be real. Why are there weights? Why would anyone need to lift weights? That's weird. Okay, and I think this might be Gilda's room. Why do they have bathrooms? They're robo-brains. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Can't see any more evidence in here. Lovely wallpaper. Concierge is... Wait a second. What's happened to room 3? Is there a door there that you've covered up? There's something really weird going on around here. Okay, let's try the other side of the vault. Actually, let's just go back out here a second. Yeah, there are rooms off of this main room as well. I kind of want to look around.
Welcome to the Vault 118 gift shop.
Hello,
Looking
Pearl.
for a gift to bring back to that special someone?
Yeah. What have you
I'll
got?
take a look. Sure.
Let me know if you find something you like.
Jesus, she's armed. That is a lot of ammunition. Is there no cool Vault 118 kit? Ooh, the Dapper Gent. Reduces damage from robots by 15% and plus 2 charisma. Reduces damage by robots for... Reduces damage from robots by 15% and 2... I should start again. Ooh, the Dapper Gent. Reduces damage from robots by 15% and 2 charisma. That's a nice hat. Is there another hat that gives 2 charisma? There may not be. This could be part of the ultimate charisma setup. Nice. No, wait,
Hello,
Pearl.
Detective.
Talk to me some more.
Did you need something? Forgot a personal item at home.
Tell me who you think did the murder.
Did you have any thoughts on the case?
I'm afraid not, Detective. Perhaps you'd better speak with Maxwell for that. Need to restock on hunting or fishing supplies?
No, I'm good.
I don't need anything.
Perhaps another time.
She has some nice things in here. Look at these clean salt shakers and kettle. A safe that I probably shouldn't steal from. I kind of want the magnifying glass, but there's no way I can wield it, otherwise I'd totally be walking around with it. Ooh, and red dress. Okay, so that's a small shop, and I've already looked in here. What's on the other side? Fountain doesn't work. Okay, over here we have some sort of control room. Oh, one of the robots is offline. Interesting. Why is that? I can't see a terminal. You're making creepy noises. So this is where most of the protectrons come from, I suppose. Talking to himself, I assume.
Over 200 years of life and...
Talk to me.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you in the Fontaine and the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
I'm actually more of a science type, I'm afraid.
Art is a pointless waste of time.
The Spartan pragmatist. But if one can only manage to achieve physiological sustenance, is that not a greater waste of time on this earth? Come with me.
It's not about physiological substance, it's about mental fortitude. Is that a paint mixer? Ah, you can't mix any paint.
What does this piece say to you?
What piece exact? That one. Kind of does look a bit like a face from profile.
It looks kind of like a face. That spot is the eye, the red blotch is its hair, and it's sticking its tongue out.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda.
Absolutely.
1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself this way.
Okay. I wonder what that could be.
Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It says, kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
It's the war! Bombs from every direction. No up or down. The world turned on its head.
Of course, in a way, it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art.
Oh, these are going to get harder, aren't they?
Art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend.
Uh-huh. I said I wasn't into art. Why are you taking me around your stupid gallery? I like this one. This one's simple. Okay, what's the next piece? The cat, really?
This one. And please be honest. For art without honesty is just politics.
It's a cat, and it's eating a rocket.
This is bullshit. You're talking out your ass and wasting my time.
I can see this discourse is wasted on you.
Oh, I really want to see his response when I persuaded him it was bullshit.
This series under a pseudonym, of course.
Aw.
This has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man?
So you're telling me that this cat painting was painted by you when you were a human being, and that's why we have so many cat paintings in the Commonwealth? That's awesome. I love that I can hack them. I don't know what effect it will have. I mean, I can make them go crazy and stuff, I guess, using Robotics Expert, but maybe that's part of the solution. I'll bear that in mind. Could you actually talk to me about the murder? Sorry, you completely distracted me with art, you bastard.
Here to broaden your mind through artistic inspiration.
No, tell me about the murder.
Do you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the
I haven't met her. Okay, arguing with Ezra?
What was Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Okay, Gilda. And what about the red paint?
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can and now I can't find it.
Interesting. And why do you keep going back?
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
Mm-hmm. Paintings of Gilda.
Sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see this what I feel from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
I think you're in love with her.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours?
Interesting.
She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Okay, well, you're pretty much my prime suspect now because you've got a motive, whereas the actor guy doesn't, as far as I can tell. If you took his baseball bat and used your red paint, you could have framed him quite effectively. There's no other... There's not really any other evidence. Yeah, sorry, Maxwell. Still got to talk to people. Let's see. Where's Gilda? Paint outside this door. Well, this is weird. Is this like his old room? I guess it is. Strange. What's through here? I'm expecting to get murdered any minute. Oh! There's a beach. When when she said she was going to the beach, I didn't think there would be a beach.
Well, if it isn't the parade detective.
Wow.
I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far, far too long.
I can flirt with her? Oh my god, no.
Thanks, I suppose.
I'm not flirting with a robo-brain.
I had some questions about the case.
Surely you'd prefer to hear some tales from my storied acting career rather than talk about some dreadful murder.
No, I really need to know about the murder, sorry.
Tell me something.
Perhaps if we were better acquainted, I'd be
Oh.
willing to share what I know. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
Oh, fine, tell me some stories.
Alright.
Did you know they were thinking of making a TV show of the Silver Shroud? Between you and me, Keith's agent had an inside track to get him the role. Did you need something else?
That's actually quite interesting. Do you know anything about Juliana and Ezra arguing?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, detective. She had apparently gone to the overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
Okay, there's definitely something in the office then. Tell me about the baseball bat.
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
And your affair with Santiago?
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need.
Oh god.
A girl gets lonely, detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much.
You're a robot.
Did you need something else?
You were having a conversation with Keith. Can you corroborate his story?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Good luck with that. It's on the other coast. Tell me who you think did the murder.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
That's it for now.
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Is this water... Ooh, this radiator isn't irradiated. Oh, that's lovely. Proper swim. This is really funny. Okay, so she possibly... I don't know whether she really has a motive. Would she do something like this? I don't think so. We need to find this Juliana and find out what she has to say for herself. He's still my top suspect. He seems the most suspicious. 14 meters up. That appears to be the Overseer's office. Maybe that's where I'll find this Juliana character. Or maybe it's just telling me to investigate the office. Let's be cautious. Anybody in here? Nobody in here. And the Overseer was a person who is dead. Let's have a look at the terminal then. Vault 118 Overseer instructions. Oh, I just clicked the wrong thing.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Okay, that's interesting. And this place was designed to be half rich, half poor. Let's have a look. An ultra-elite hotel to attract test subjects with appropriate wealth and status. This shall be operated as a clandestine area of the hotel to ensure that individuals drawn to privilege and exclusivity are present, not president. Then we'll select people from the local working class population, and they are to be taken through the exclusive areas of the vault on entry, and then confined to the cramped second wing. And once it's done, it should be sealed. The subject group, not to number more than 10, should have their every desire tended to by robotic staff. They are considered to be above all legal restrictions when interacting with Test Group B. They should be around 300, restricted to the second wing of the vault, and make sure that they are uncomfortable and cramped. Extremely limited food and rations, and they basically are judged by the staff and the elite members of the vault. And then there aren't too many staff, and robotic staff do the rest of the job. Okay, and how long has this gone on for? One of the subjects from Testing Group A is apparently a researcher for General Atomics. He and his wife have convinced the other members of Group A that with the international situation becoming tense once again, their best chance to outlast the war is to have their brains inserted into these robots. And they're doing this voluntarily. It's absolutely insane. Yes, it is. We received the activation notice from Vault-Tec to begin the test, despite the second wing still being incomplete. However, when I attempted to trigger the recruitment protocol for Test Group B, the system informed that I had been locked out. Oh, interesting. Someone from Test Group A seems to have overridden the system to prevent the admittance of the local population. That sucks. Oh god, it's been weeks now, and I realise today that I've become the test subject. Instead of testing the social interactions between the locals and this group of rich assholes, it's just me, trapped in here, with them. They're going to live forever, and I have to deal with them for the rest of my life. I can't take it. Oh no.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
More importantly, this poor guy had to put up with all these assholes. Jeez, that sucks. Okay, does he have anything else of use around here, or does he just top himself? He had an alarm clock. Nothing in his desk, nothing in his locker, and some mentats in his sink. Okay, well I feel sorry for the guy, to be honest. Looks like he got a really bad deal there. I'm not sure whether that was by accident or whether, in fact, it's as he said, he was the test subject all along. Okay, now we need to find this Juliana Riggs. Okay, I'm getting sprayed down for no good reason. Not reducing my rads, that's a shame. What about if I do it again? Nope. It's a fake radiation gate.
Hello, Mr. Whisker. Who's a pretty Juliana? Yeah, Mr. Whisker's died last month. This is Fluffy. Remember? Of course. Silly me. Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that. No. No, it's not that. I just got it. Probably something that got in the basic What? Not this again? Last month you were convinced you had the measles. You're not a doctor. What do you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria. First of all, I am a doctor. Yes, but not really a doctor. Robotics isn't infection. Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible. I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now, why don't you just wander off and play in your living room? Mr. Scrubby and I are going to be right there. So you will get everything we're going to because Bert, believe me. Oh, God, Juliana. Whatever. I'm going to the lab. Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
Yeah, could you fix the bug that's making that constant noise of tracks? It's driving me mad. Hey, you did it! Thanks! Great. So who are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, Billy. Was there something else, Detective?
Yeah, what exactly was your research? Are you the one responsible for this whole robot thing?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Was there something else, Detective?
Well, I wouldn't mind if you told me something about that research, actually.
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Was there something else, Detective?
Anything more you can tell me?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Was there something else, Detective?
For all that classified means in the current environment, sure. Don't tell me, fair enough. So, do you have any idea about this murder?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Was there something else, Detective?
Yes, your wife was caught arguing with Ezra. I was overheard arguing, I believe.
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me.
Ah.
I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Was there something else, Detective?
So she found out that he was embezzling, which gives her a very good motive, in fact. But you were saying something about a voice modulator. Is that relevant?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator? Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer's patient. Was there something else, Detective?
So it sounds like the voice modulators can be tweaked to use other voices. And I wonder if that means that the argument that was overheard wasn't really Juliana. Or maybe it wasn't Ezra. Not sure.
Maybe later.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Alright, we'll go and talk to your wife after saying hello to Scruffy. And... oh, this is probably all their dead cats. Missy 2, Pepper, Pepper 2, Mr. Purrs, Sir Cattington, Missy 1, and Missy 4. Which means that Missy 3 has gone missing, strangely. Is she behind the sofa? Nope, Missy 3 has just vanished. Okay, Juliana, talk to us.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Yes, I did. What were you doing fighting with Ezra?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
Did you know he was embezzling?
There's evidence Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
Interesting. And why are you stashing up lots of old furniture?
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to mansion.
Okay. And who do you think did it?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Okie doke. Well, maybe I'll talk to you a bit later.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
I'm starting to get the feeling that somehow everyone's in on this. This whole scenario is just Murder on the Orient Express. Of course, the classic Agatha Christie. So what evidence do we have? The red paint. Chances are the red paint came from here. But does that mean that he supplied it? Or put it there himself? Inconclusive. Not sure. We have the baseball bat, which was found in the corner and belonged to the movie director. He could have equally supplied that or had it taken from him. Kind of ambiguous again. Then we have a motive. Those two were fighting over the same woman, which gives them motive. And of course, the Riggs had the motive to do with money. If we think about this in the traditional sense of murder investigation, the motive has to do with money, love, possibly revenge. And we have several motives here that involve money or love. Did I not examine the blood already?
This isn't blood. It's red paint.
Yes, but we knew that because we found the red paint in the corner. So everyone sort of has a valid motive here. Maxwell, have you got anything to shed on the situation?
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Oh, I can tell him it's paint. I wonder what he says to that.
That's not blood around the body. It's red paint.
Mr. Santiago would definitely have red paint. But surely he wouldn't have... Would he? This is just terrible, Detective. Was there anything else?
No.
Never mind.
I'll be here, should you need me.
So he didn't help that much. Which means that really we're down to, it could be anyone. We've got the painter, because he supplied the paint. We've got the movie star. We've got Mrs. Riggs. The only person I don't think had anything to do with this is Mr. Riggs here. Oh, I can ask him if his wife's been acting strangely. That might help. I mean, I'm very unlikely to succeed, but I'll give it a go.
Have you noticed Juliana acting strangely lately?
Oh, well,
Nice.
I'm probably just being paranoid, but she's been so much more pleasant lately. I mean, it's been nice, but also a bit unnerving. Most people don't really understand us, but I always appreciated how she can just take charge of a situation. It's what allowed me to focus on my research. I'm worried something has happened to her. She doesn't seem like the same person. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
That's curious. Okay, this is really, really unlikely to succeed, but let's give it a go anyway.
What do you mean? Juliana's not the same person.
My wife has always been a very harsh woman, Detective. I don't know who it is in our rooms, but that is not my wife, Detective. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
No, that's all for now, thank you. Oh, I can ask him again about his thoughts on the case, actually. Yeah, why not?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Please, just go.
Oh, he's upset. I'm sorry. So his wife hasn't been acting sort of normally, and he's suspicious that it's not his wife. That's interesting. Could that be something to do with these voice modulators? Because what distinguishing features do these stupid robots have? They all look the same unless they choose to put on a hat or a bow tie, and voice modulators can apparently be altered. So...
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Yes, I do, and it's awfully suspicious the way that you hide from me there. If you're not his wife, or if you're acting very strangely, then you're my primary suspect, and I'm going to accuse you of the murder.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Aha, I know your secret.
Give it up. I know your secret, Juliana. Or should I say, Ezra?
Well, Detective, that's quite the claim.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well, had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Oh my god. I didn't expect that. Why did you kill her?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape. What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Well, I respect you, sir, for such bold covering up of your own murder, in the sense. Well, the character... let's try and play this in character. As much as I'd like to fight him, I think I deserve a little bit of a cut.
If I'm going to let you go, I want a cut of what you've stolen.
So it's like that,
Excellent.
eh? Fine. I'll grease your palm a bit, Detective. Now, am I free to go?
I can even at this point tell him he's not allowed to go. And given that he just gave me pre-war money, 200 pre-war money, which is bloody useless to me. I mean, it sells alright, I suppose, but still. Do I let him go or not?
I need time to consider this.
I'm sorry, Detective, but I really do need an answer now.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Oh, that's creepy. I don't know. Do I let him go or not? This is so weird. I think that we should let him go. He's clearly a genius, and I have to respect his attempts at covering up his murder. It was really quite clever. And in fact, kudos to the designers of this little mission, because it's ingenious invoking the fact that all of the robo-brains look the same. That is really, really nice. So I'm going to let him go.
Okay. I'll let you go.
Well, I'm glad you've decided to be reasonable. I would have hated for this to come to more bloodshed. All right, detective. Tell Maxwell that it's over and get your reward. Then I'll make my way out when things have died down.
Will do. So, it turns out that Ezra... Oh, Brain Dead Part 2. Tell Max about Ezra's death, tell Max about Ezra. So at this point I have the option of still telling on him, or not. And it turns out that this is Juliana, not Ezra. And the only distinguishing feature is the tie. And everything else was just a ruse. So Ezra was the one who stole the baseball bat and the paint and set this whole thing up. Why would he set it up with the paint? It doesn't make any... Something's still not right here, I swear. Well, Ezra's going to escape, I think, so...
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Yes. Apparently I only have the option of... Wait a second, I thought we had the option of... Hang on. No. I thought we had the option of telling Maxwell about Ezra's death. So can't I just tell him that... Huh. That's odd. About the victim, maybe?
About the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker, was he
Nope, heard all that before. So at this point I only have the option of... Okay, maybe if I let him escape, then I'll have the option just to say, oh, Ezra was murdered by Juliana and she's escaped, oh no. Because... unless I'm missing something, I shouldn't have to tell on him, right? Has he escaped now? He ran off this way. Yeah, my guess is he's escaped. So, I think, hopefully now I can explain that, or cover up the murderer.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
No, I can't. I can only say that Ezra is the killer. That's strange. I don't know what's going on. I'll say it then, I guess.
I found Ezra. He was the killer the whole time.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
Oh, I see. I have to tell him and then somehow let Ezra... Ah, right, okay. So, let's say... it's over. That's what he wants me to say?
It's over. You don't have to worry any longer.
There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Thank you very much. That's now 600 pre-war money I've got for no good reason. Wow, this mission was both awesome and completely unrewarding. Thanks, game. Lots of XP for it, though. That's something to be appreciated, for sure. And it looks as though Ezra's got away with the murder. Good job, Ezra. Did we go through this door here? No, not very exciting. I'll steal a light bulb. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that was a very nice little mission. I really enjoyed this vault. Didn't expect to find this in this hotel. Very cool. The whole setup with the robots and the faked evidence like the blood and the baseball bat and the fact that, well, someone didn't turn out to be who I thought they were to begin with. Very, very clever indeed. So, I think we're going to call it a part just there. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Chris. So long and goodbye.